All right. Hold on. Where's the thing
What do you
again?
want to lead with, Joe?
Hey,
What do you want to lead with?
um, good evening.
Come one, come all to learn and grow. Welcome to the Village Talk Show. Come all to learn and grow. Welcome to the Village Talk Show. We discuss what people need to know, empowering them to learn and grow. We discuss what people need to know, empowering them to learn and grow. Give praises to Jehovah, from whom all blessing and knowledge will flow. Blessing and knowledge will flow. The Village Talk Show, dedicating to empowering the community to live a healthy, safe, and financially capable life, helping each one of us in realizing our dream at any age, any point, starting from today, day. Success. Come all to learn and grow. Welcome to the Village Talk Show. Come all to learn and grow. Welcome to the Village Talk Show. We discuss what people need to know, empowering them to learn and grow. We discuss what people need to know, empowering them to learn and grow. Success is not spoken, it is done. Success is done. Come on now. The Village Talk Show. Talk Show. The Village Talk Show.
Good evening.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Village Radio Talk Show. I am Roderick Daly, your host, and joining me is on the screen. Start to my left, I think would be your right, or maybe it's both of our rights or both of our lefts, is our co-hostess, Dr. Joanne Bryant, and also on the bottom of the screen is Andre Dolman, our executive producer. And soon to join us is Dr. John Sampson, our co-host, and also big enough to Sophia Willisey, our producer who's out there in the background. Wave Sophia, say hi, and welcome to all of our villagers out there. Thank you for viewing, sharing, participating, and most of all, hitting that subscribe button to the Village Radio Talk Show, where we're dedicated to empowering the community to live a healthy, safe, and financially capable life through education, helping each one of us in realizing our dreams at any age, at any point, starting from today. Andre,
Yeah.
looks like it's me and you for right now. I know Dr. Bryant is still at work, and so she's a little bit in and out. How you doing?
Doing good, man. Feeling great. Just New Year out. I actually workout goals. Um, and just had a good week so far. Very busy week, but it was good. So far, yeah, it's been good.
Yeah,
How you
you
doing?
know what I can't wait to say, right? What do you what I
Don't
can't wait
even,
to say.
man. Don't even. Don't even.
Right? Wait. Tell me what I can't wait to say. What
Whatever it is you're gonna say.
no, you got to tell me. Nah, dog. What kind of
I
crap
don't
you
know.
on? What I
I don't
can't
know
wait.
what
Tell me what I can't wait to say.
I don't
Tell
know,
us
but
what I
whatever
can't
it
wait to
is,
say.
whatever it is, don't
Nah,
say it.
dog. What is it? You tell me.
I don't know.
I know. You know. We both know you know.
Oh man,
I
I
look
don't
at you
know.
blushing. You're a black man that could see the red in you. Right?
I thought we turned purple.
Huh?
I thought we would get purple.
You thought you get purple? Nah,
Yeah.
dude. But you could share though. What's going on?
Life, man. Life is good.
What about life?
Life is
Are you trying to
amazing.
skirt like Dr. Bryant? Now, come on. Don't
I'm
tell me I have
just
another
chill.
Dr. Bryant on the I tell Dr. Bryant wouldn't skirt around this though. Right? She wouldn't skirt around it. That's so cute. So what is it? What's going on?
Uh, life is good, you know. I mean,
Tell us about life. What,
hey,
were you
people,
shy?
I don't know what we're talking about. I think knowledge. I've gained quite some knowledge, man. Your knowledge is power, and you got the knowledge to execute on life. You know, you execute well. So I think that's what Roderick is talking about, folks.
Did you get wiser?
I mean, every day you're getting wiser, or maybe add new perspective.
Yeah. So what difference a year make, right? Did you get wiser? I just want to know.
Yeah, like you know, you get wiser as every year. You should be getting.
I was very specific. I said, what difference a year make, right?
Yeah, you learn what I within a year you're learning stuff, man. So I would say I got
What did you
wiser
learn in your year?
in my year.
Uh-huh.
And
why is it a whole year? What why is it a whole year? What am I talking about?
I have no idea.
Are you lying? Villagers, our executive producer is giggling his behind off, so we all know he's lying.
Lying bull.
Right? Yeah, look at him. He can't even help himself.
Oh, man. Oh god, yo, Roderick is just funny, people. That's what
Right?
it is, man. Roderick's been a boring comedian from young.
From the day I was born, right?
Yeah. So I am impressed. No.
Right?
Yeah. Tell me I agree. Tell me I agree. I'm impressed. Roderick is hilarious. You know.
Yeah,
we
but
know
why
that.
pretending? One more year upon them. Well, happy birthday, yeah, my friend. No. Tomorrow is what?
Friday. Oh man.
Ladies and gentlemen, since he won't say, tomorrow is his birthday. All right. Tomorrow is his birthday. As a matter of fact, and it's funny, add a W to your name. It's also his birthday too. You add a W to your name. And it's also your cousin's birthday as well.
Oh yeah.
I heard he's having a party. Right?
Yeah.
Did you hear about that?
I mean, he posted in the family chat.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see it.
It's red and white.
Red and white?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Let me look in the family chat. Because I didn't see it. Right? When did he? I know he said happy birthday to our other cousin's birthday.
I think the same time yesterday with the
Oh yeah, I see it. I see it. When did he post this?
The same time yesterday come true.
Right. Oh yeah, yeah. Happy birthday, Ian. Oh yeah, I told you to come true. Yeah, I told all you to come. Are you coming through?
Maybe.
All right. No.
Maybe
Because you don't want to talk about it. I guess you're trying to hide it. So happy birthday nonetheless.
Thank you very much.
Right. When is Andrew's thing? Let me see.
Tomorrow.
Saturday night, Springfield 131. Red and white.
I think it's tomorrow.
Yeah, it is tomorrow. Maybe I asked my wife if she wants to go pass by, support him. And he's already dappered out in his red and white.
Yeah. Andrew always go hard. It's his birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, main character.
I did mention last week. I mentioned again this week because a couple of people did call that I have canceled the birthday party. Looking forward to doing it next year. I'll just do it a little bit early and be more prepared.
Well, are you able to talk about the reasons?
The reasons are very simple. Piss poor planning on my part. That's taking responsibility. We didn't close down the registry fast enough, and it just wasn't enough space, and the cost doubled.
Wait, they doubled it?
I had to move to location, so I had to change. Not only the cost doubled to move to a new location, and I had to change it to another day, and I needed to change how the party was going to be structured. There was too many changes at one time.
Mm,
I would have to send a notice out. People have to dress formally,
yeah.
and a whole bunch of different things that require changes.
Gotcha.
And which I didn't. I felt like it was not. It's too much. But again,
Mhm.
happy birthday to you, though. How are you celebrating? You don't seem like you ever will celebrate your birthday.
I'm usually I just want peace.
Yeah, we have another Capricorn in our family, and she likes to remain invisible as well.
Hi, Ingrid.
You need to celebrate either way for many reasons. Don't make it complicated. Yeah, you're right. I am still gonna do some level of celebration. However, it's not, like maybe a dinner with the immediate family, like things that we normally do with the immediate family and friends. So we'll see what happens with that. Obviously, Andre, I'm going to bring back up again, but happy birthday.
Thank
Let
you.
me see if I could find the song. Oh no, I don't want to play the song because then we can't produce. It creates a problem when we want to send the videos forward. But just know, um, 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 what just know that one more year upon them is right. So where do you want to start? One of the stories I'm extremely disgusted by, but let's start with Donald Trump. Joe Biden has 4 more days in office. Today, Friday, Saturday, and half a day on Sunday. Right?
Yep.
I'm wondering, Andre, what might be funny?
What?
If good night, Stargirl. Good night, villagers. And again, thank you for watching and subscribing to our show.
You.
Thank you for those of you tuning in on Facebook, on
Likewise.
YouTube, on all the different media outlets for our show. So thank you so much for joining.
Likewise.
I would love for Joe Biden to do.
You say what now?
You know what I'd like for Joe Biden to do?
What?
He wouldn't do it, but it would be nice, right? Step down tomorrow as the president of the United States.
Mm-hmm.
Make Kamala Harris the 47th president of the United States for 3 complete days that she's the president, which would then mess with all of Donald Trump's invitations, everything, because now he's number 48. Just something like that. But also to make her the president, right? Because if he doesn't step down, I doubt, because of all the sexism and the biases in America, that she will ever be president of the United States of America. A woman will ever be president, or at least in our lifetime.
I mean, some people would want that. If he was going to do that, I feel like it should have been done. I mean, earlier. It's just crazy how the whole thing went in the last year and a half. And I mean, he even said at one point that he could have beat Donald Trump. And I'm like,
I doubt it.
Huh? But he was saying it that, and one could look at it like he believed Kamala couldn't do nothing. Kamala didn't do a good job in even trying to win. I mean, some people could look at it from that angle, and others might just be saying, "Hey, he believed that he could." And from my standpoint, he couldn't. He wasn't gonna beat Trump just because of how things were approaching. Comparing him and Kamala, I would say Kamala had a better chance, especially if she had started from earlier. So
I think that the biases in America would not allow for that. Right? I think that there are too many biases in America, and those biases would not lead to her being president.
Mm.
Right? I think that that people are not happy with a woman leader. Right? They're not happy with a woman leader. And listen to me, if Hillary, who was a far, I would say, let me not say a far more qualified, right? Hey, John, right? If Hillary, who was a more polished politician,
John.
her family has been, she and her husband had been in office for, at the time, close to 40 years. 2016, 1992, right? That's what, 24 years. Prior to that, he was the governor of Arkansas. Prior to that, he was a congressman in Arkansas, where he's from, right? So that's over 30 years, right? That they have been in office, right? And she couldn't beat him because of prejudices, right? I don't see how, right, how he would have done it. I mean, they got married in the early 1970s, right? He was the attorney general.
Yeah.
Right. Right. He was the governor of Arkansas from 1979 to 1992, less 2 years.
Right.
Right. So he became governor at 30 something.
Right.
Right. So he was 31 years old when he became governor, approximately. I'm just reading it off Wikipedia, ladies and gentlemen. So don't think I have that much historical information in my head. Right. Attorney General from 1977 to 79. Then he became governor from 1979 to 81. I guess something happened. And then again from 1982 to 1983 when he became the president of the United States. So she basically was in office all of those years.
So many years, yeah.
Right. So the reality of the situation, right? The reality of the situation. Let me see what happened to Joe Purcell. Oh, Joe Purcell was an acting governor. He died young. He was 60. Oh, he's 64 years old. Whoa. Right. So anyway, and if she wasn't elected, I doubt, John, that anytime recent a woman would be president. Right. Roger, I disagree that America is not ready for a female president when a plurality of people voted for Hillary. The answer to your question is no, they're not. Because she didn't win.
Oh, you said
so.
He put on
the point that I'm making there is that the bigotry is greater than the experience and the knowledge, right? That Kamala was very qualified. People were willing to sacrifice 4 more years of Donald Trump than to elect a female. He's the
I don't know if it's had that much to do with it. I just think of people were looking at their pocketbooks, man. A lot of people were looking at their pocketbooks and looking at the country. It comes down to cost.
I disagree, John.
All right.
The thing about this, he's the only president of the United States. He's the only person to have lost to all men running for office and has beaten female.
But the brother, that ain't got nothing to do with it. The women ran at that point of time. Roderick, you had the debts, you
What is
had
that?
the inflation, and the migrants, and it overran. A lot of people were just tired, man.
So, John, you're willing to sacrifice that over what you would know to have been? You voted him
Hey,
out.
Roderick, Roderick.
I'm
Trump
listening.
had his core people that would support him. It was those independents and people who were on the fence. He had a lot more Hispanic individuals, Hispanic groups that supported him greater. In certain areas where Biden won, Harris was losing and not gaining as much support as Biden had when Biden ran in 2020. So we can point the fingers, and the bottom line is we had things against us. Okay, you want to say her gender, you want to say she was a woman, you want to say she's a black woman, fine. In conjunction with that, the economy. In conjunction with that, the migrants. It's just the influx of migrants that are coming through, and the way, particularly the conservative Fox News, when Lincoln Riley, she was killed by migrants, they just pounded in people's heads.
I agree with that, John. But the same number of people voted for Donald Trump. So his base never went anywhere. Right?
We got more.
People switched back and forth.
Right.
10 million people less. It's real. The race wasn't close.
Yeah, we didn't come out. People did not come out and vote.
And again, it's the same basic concept with Hillary Clinton.
It's to me, no. Hillary Clinton is different, because Hillary Clinton, they took for granted the positions that they were in. She did not campaign hard and thorough enough in those battleground states.
Wisconsin and Michigan. I agree with that.
And the way Donna Brazile, I was reading Donna Brazile's book. She talked about she asked for funds and stuff to bring out the election day operations and stuff. No, they went along with the analytics. They had the guy sitting down there downtown Brooklyn in Brooklyn Heights coming up. Well, the analytics says this. The hell with the analytics. People want personal touch. People want to be able to relate. And what's insane is you have a billionaire, and it's crazy the way people can relate to the billionaire. This guy is a billionaire. He doesn't relate to everyday people. He doesn't relate to those who are suffering. He doesn't. But what he does is he talks their language. The weaponization of government. He talks about, the justice system, how it's unfair. He was unfiltered, and he wasn't afraid to talk about those issues that impacted his constituency and the whole woke. Now, what's interesting, after George Floyd, everybody, DEI, diversity, inclusion, what is it?
Diversity,
equity, and inclusion.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Everybody, we had to have DEI. All of a sudden, DEI became a curse word.
It became DIE.
It became a curse word. Oh, the dynamics changed, and the way they blame the DEI would not be necessary if people actually level the playing field.
But what's interesting, John, when you're saying that Donald Trump said that DEI was BS, right?
DEI was what?
BS.
Yeah, but you know what? You got DEI going on now. When you have individuals who are seeking confirmation, don't have the experience. But it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, and it's that people look at this way. But in actuality, sometimes you see the truth. It's like the white men got so upset because they felt that people of color were taking their jobs, taking their opportunities away from them. And that's not the case. Everybody wants meritocracy. They talk about meritocracy. I have no problem with meritocracy if you look at me the same way you look at a white person. We have the same credentials, but you look at me differently because of color of my skin, because of stereotypes that you possess in your heads from what has happened to you in the past. So there's no level playing field.
No, there isn't. Stickle makes the point that I'm making the point for you, which is correct, right? We're both, you and I are both in agreement, right, that the numbers don't reflect the same outcome,
Right.
The numbers clearly reflect a state of, I can't vote for her for whatever the reasons are. I'm not willing to give her a chance, but I know what I'm getting with Donald. No, I think people stayed out of the race. And one of the things that we talk about all the time.
Logic. People stayed out. People were disenchanted with the Democrats, man.
No, hold on. Let me finish the thought, right? Which I agree with you. What I'm saying is that when you, me, Andre, Dr. Bryant, when all of us speak about staying out of a race is a vote for the next person.
Right.
This is an indicator, right? Because Donald Trump's number didn't change. Kamala and Hillary did. Obama's didn't change. Kamala and Hillary did. Joe Biden,
there's still sexism going on in this country too. Right. We know that.
So when you combine all of those things that you're talking about, right? All of those things that you're talking, hey Janice, all of those things that you're, hello, all the village out there. By the way, John,
what's up, Miss Lester? What's going on?
Tomorrow's Andre's birthday, just in case.
Andre, happy birthday, my brother.
All right. He don't want anybody.
Capricorn.
Yeah, so I'm making sure that everybody knows that tomorrow is his birthday.
Yes, it's his birthday. It's his birthday. It's his birthday.
Quiet down, Dr. Brian, please.
It's his birthday. It's his birthday.
See, Andrea was right? Because she would celebrate her birthday big time. But the reality is, I'm not mad at Trump's voters, right? But I'm mad at the Democrats. Here's why I'm mad, right? Here's why I'm mad. I'm mad because we talk about this all the time. Democrats are very wishy-washy. They're with you today and gone tomorrow based upon what side.
What flavor of the day it is? Is that it?
Right.
The Democrats are wishy-washy.
Yes, and that's exactly what we're saying, right? They're extremely wishy-washy. They're not willing to stay the course. That's why I can't. Hey, JR. Right. I'm not willing to stay the course. And you have to be willing to stick it out, because at the end of the day, Trump people did. So now you can't be mad at what Trump offered up. You can't, no Democrat, especially if you didn't vote, have anything to say. None. Especially 10 million of you. So,
bro, it's over. We got a new president come Monday. Yep. It's over.
But the rhetoric had already started, right? The rhetoric has already started. I'm like, leave the rhetoric alone. Let the man be president because he won the election fair and square.
He won it fair. He won the popular vote, and he won the electoral college.
Yes, he did.
So now let him govern. We got to support him.
Yep. Because he's America. He's the president for all of the people. Regardless
Right.
of how you look at it, it is what it is.
It is what it is, my brethren.
So the only thing I said, John, is for Biden to step down and make Kamala the president for a couple of days.
Roger, see you later, brother.
All right, that ain't gonna happen, right?
Nope.
What would you do if that happened, John?
Do what I'm doing now. Drinking some ginger beer. That's it.
I would actually laugh. I would laugh, right? Because we know the reality. We know the reality. It ain't gonna happen. But good evening, all. Stickle Jamaica lost it because they started to ponder to the fringes of the party, and ignore the majority. By the way, Roderick, what's your pronoun? I ain't got no goddamn pronoun. Don't be asking me about no friggin' pronoun. I don't have a pronoun. I will never use a pronoun other than the pronouns I use in my sentences. You will never see my name attached to a his, her, anything. I'm a man, damn it, and I'll die a man. That's just me. That doesn't mean that I don't think people, if you choose to use your pronoun, you use your pronoun. I am not using it. Period. That's probably why I'm not working, because I refuse to use a pronoun. Hey, all y'all got silent all of a sudden, but I'm not using a pronoun.
Brother, I don't even know what you're talking about, man. You going off on a tangent, man.
No,
What's going on, man?
pronoun?
You talk about he,
By
she.
the way, Roderick, what's your pronoun? See it? Because he's talking about Democrats were adhering to a lot of the things that were happening, including this LGBTQ, as it was stomped down by the Supreme Court community, and wanted to know his, her, in deference to the LGBTQ community. And I'm like, I'm not, my pronoun is non-existent, right? And that's that, right? But again, whoever chooses to use a pronoun, you go ahead and use it. There's nothing wrong with you wanting to use a pronoun. I believe that I have the right not to use one if I choose not to. And I don't think that I should be forced to use one, right? At the bottom of my speech, I spent a number of years of my life without using it. All of a sudden, I need to use it.
All right. Can
Certain
we
things
move
you
on?
need to change, other things you don't.
Thank you.
You know, I was watching a show called The Equalizer, and
Which one? The ones with Denzel or the ones with Queen Latifah?
Queen Latifah,
Okay.
First.
right? And I was watching it, and what did you say? Who cares?
What? I said, of course. Queen Latifah.
Now, and they brought up something, and I thought it was important to share, right? Which was that they brought up a lot of historical component, and one of them was the Black Wall Street.
Right.
And I thought it was interesting how what happened was, in this particular episode, generations before, the grandfather stole, right? A star girl agree with me, Roderick, no pronoun, period, right? It is what it is, right? It is what it is. Identify however you want to identify. So how a painting that would be worth millions of dollars was stolen generations before.
Mhm.
And I'm thinking to myself, How many times has that happened? Right? And I'm just wondering, how has that affected? And I go back to that with generational wealth, and I'm talking about generational wealth at this point, in terms of looking at that show, and how we fail to fight. And this one black family was willing to fight for that portrait. How many of us are not willing to fight? But you know what's funny? We're willing to fight about your pronoun, right? That's a good fight. Why is this a bad fight? We're willing to fight tooth and nail. You know why I think, John? Because it's safe. To fight for reparations is not safe. I don't know. Thoughts?
What are you trying to? What's point you trying to make, bro?
That I think part of generational wealth will come from reparation. And
It's not happening. It's not happening.
Bro, it ain't happening. So what we doing?
But it is happening to fight for pronoun.
Okay.
Why
You
can't we
and this
fight? Why?
Get over the
Here's my point,
pronoun
right?
thing.
Hold on. Here's my point. My point.
Man, have a drink, brother, man.
Huh?
Get over the program. Have a drink, man. Get over the program.
No,
Pronoun
here's my
stuff,
point.
man.
Why are we willing to fight? Why are we not willing? Let me correct myself. Why are black folks not willing to fight for their rights, but they're willing to agree to somebody else's rights?
Listen, if they're taking away rights, affirmative action, and all the other stuff that was law, and that's being taken away, you're fighting what now?
But I see again.
You're fighting what? Because the thing is,
there
you're
are
starting all
companies-
over again. You are
But
starting
Joanne,
all over
there are
again.
companies that insist you can't maintain your job if you don't put a pronoun next to your name.
Okay, you know
That will
what?
never be my job. But that fight came about because the LGBT community made it a fight. Why
And guess
can't
what?
we
The
fight?
new so-called president that's going to be in place in a couple of days is not. He's trying to go against all the rights that was there.
But
For all
Doc, hold on. We got to give him his respect. He's not the so-called president. He's the incoming
I said
president.
agree with
in
John
a
with that.
couple of days.
You said so-called
I
president.
did in a couple of
He's,
days.
he's not a so-called president.
In a
President-elect.
couple. So right now he's not the president.
He's
So when
president-elect. We got to
when-
listen.
when
We might
he
not like the
becomes-
guy, but that's
I
his
know,
title.
but
He's
when he
president-elect.
becomes okay, so when the day comes, then it is what it is.
You're not going to
okay?
respect him anyway. It doesn't matter. But anyway, your point.
So back to my point. He every right that people fought for, they're trying to eliminate. So guess what? We're back in the fight again.
Well, Doc, whose fault is that?
Whoever voted for him.
Whoever didn't vote and whoever didn't come out to vote.
I wouldn't say whoever voted for him. I would say whoever didn't vote for Kamala Harris.
No,
Because
it's not
the
even.
people who
Let me
stand
tell you
for-
something. It's not even Kamala. It's not even. It doesn't go back to the president at the end of the day. It goes back to people that we elect as local, as state, all of that. People that we elect is not just the presidential election, because all the other parties, Congress, council people, or whatever, are also making decisions that impacts everyone. And then it goes higher and higher. So
Wait,
here it is.
hold on. I'm sorry. We're going to get back to that point. Benev brought up 2 points, and I want all of us to address it, right? The first one for me, I'll address the first one because I guess I brought up the topic. What difference does a pronoun make? That's the point. What difference does it make?
Well, what are we talking about this crap, man?
No. Hold on. Your viewers ask a question, John. I agree that we need to answer the viewers' questions, right? The second one I'm going to throw out to you, Dr. Bryant, which is generational wealth is real. We could come back to your topic, but let's answer that question.
It's okay. You don't have to come back to my topic. It's okay. It's all right.
No, but I'm saying let's answer. I don't want it to scroll down and I would have lost it. Do you agree that there's such thing as generational wealth? That he says this is real, or she? I don't know what Benev is.
So it could be based on their experience. You know, if and I can see where he or she where they're coming from because of all the stipulation that they're putting for it to become more and more difficult each day. So okay. Every obstacle that's coming across or whatever, so that could be the reason behind their feeling. Hey, you know what? We're working so hard towards getting a home, and then they keep raising the interest rate every time you turn around. Hey, they keep putting a block every time you turn around. So I think when people get to a point where, you know, it's blockage after blockage after blockage, that hope is gone and removed. So that's
John, do you agree with the statement? Generational wealth is real or not real?
Generational wealth is real.
He said that it's not.
It's real.
Why?
Because you pass, you know what? You pass on take for example, you're a homeowner, you pay for your home, and you know your children take over. You know, they can take the equity in that home to either open up a business or buy another piece of property. You know, it can just build. It starts small. Generational wealth can be small, and generational wealth starts somewhere. Once it starts somewhere, it can continue to enhance as long as you use what you have to invest properly, so it can turn over a return and use that return to do something else. That's how you create generational wealth. Everybody would think you became wealthy overnight. No, you were given it. You know, some people were given an opportunity,
A head start.
A profession. You know, created a. You know, take for example, you have a business. You start the business from scratch, and you build your business up. But then you have your son or your daughter, they take over. They continue to build. That's how you can create generational wealth. You continue to build upon the asset that exists and expand the asset. That's what generational wealth is.
So can I add to that?
Go ahead.
I feel
Of course, Doc.
horrible for the people who did build generational wealth in California, but it evaporated like that. So many of them that had homes passed down to them, had businesses passed down to them, had things set up, and then all of a sudden, in a snap, it's gone. Or all of a sudden, your insurance company drop you, and then your home is gone, or whatever. So,
And that's and that's what we should be talking about. That's exactly.
How about this, John?
But
Not
Dev
only did the
is
insurance
coming-
company drop you, but the government is offering you $770,000.
That's that, Roger. Be clear on that. That's FEMA offering people whatever it is. That's different than FEMA offering you something. Then your insurance company, you pay your insurance all your freaking life, and then these guys don't want to pay out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They drop you because all of a sudden, boom. That's why people look at the insurance company, and I know we're moving on to another topic, and part of today is talking about protecting the people. And so we're sticking to, although we might be talking about different things at different times, it's still about protecting the people, right? Why a lot of people, I had a conversation with somebody the other day, right? I had a conversation, and the person's like, I paid off on my house, and I got rid of the insurance because they told me I needed to have it while I have my insurance, but as soon as I paid up for my house, I no longer had insurance. And
That's
you
not
understand,
smart at all. That's not smart at all.
it doesn't matter if it's smart at all. What matters is right now, look at all those people who paid into the insurance who now were dropped by their
Yes.
insurance.
Yes. Good
So
evening,
that the
everyone.
insurance
This is when government should step in
Yep.
and
Let's see what happens.
step in.
Let's see what happens. You know, Geico don't cover home insurance like that. So, Allstate and a couple others, there's certain insurance
But
companies that
but
touch it.
if the insurance companies, it's the risk. Insurance companies will not insure you. It's such a high risk, and they're worried about these wildfires. They won't give you. Then you got to find insurance, and you'll be paying an arm and a leg for it.
Yep.
That is true.
And you know what? If you start seeing that in California, know that certain parts of New York,
Well, that's California. Can you imagine how people feel with your own health care?
that
And that's and not to you know,
You're not. I know you're talking about the CEO.
yeah, the CEO, because the CEO did not deserve to
get murdered.
die, to get killed, to get murdered, because he was the CEO of a healthcare company. But these people have to understand this is same thing as your health, your home. You are homeless.
You are.
Homeless.
Vanessa Bryant just stated today that her house that she owned with Kobe Bryant was part of the Palisades that burnt down.
Oh,
Right. So, yeah, so her house was part of that. It's kind of crazy. I mean, it's like now her house, her house.
Well, I think hopefully she was able to, in most cases, your most important documents and your family heirlooms and memorabilia, you want to make sure you save with respect to that. But these are only things that you can always get them back. But the point we all talked about, the insurance companies covering the cost on this. There were some insurance companies that dropped these people before the fire was initiated.
Yeah.
yeah.
No, saying yeah, and that's a problem. That's 100% a problem, right? And I think people don't understand. Again, what's so I have two issues with insurance. Insurance are good until nothing happens.
Mhm.
Correct.
Right? While nothing happened, I should say. Right?
Mhm.
Insurance are the best things in the world. Right? When
Correct.
something happens, all of a sudden, we don't cover that.
We don't cover that.
Why didn't you tell me that?
No, they take all your premiums first, and then they'll tell you.
Yeah. When I need you, you're not there.
Right.
Right?
Insurance companies' objective is not to pay out. That's what it is. The objective is not to pay out. Collect your premiums and don't pay out.
And insurance companies also are insured, right? They're insured.
All right, Jennifer, I'll call you after the show.
Right?
Big Mo, what's going on?
Hey, Jen, what's going on? Hello, all the villagers, and thank you for joining us today on the Village Radio Talk Show. Thank you for tuning in. Most importantly, please hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel, on the Village Radio Talk Show. Hit the subscribe button, and thank you very much. Right now, we're talking about the California fire. Today's topic is about protecting the village. We've gone through a couple of topics, and right now we're on the California fires, right? And how unfair it is that the insurance company dropped all of these insurers, right? And to me, right, as soon as you get into, at some point you're a liability, right? At some point, John, you're a liability. But I would say you get into one accident every 5 years, right? You allow one
Right.
accident, one ticket every
Right.
5 years,
Mhm.
right? If
No problem.
you're within that,
Excuse me.
your insurance shouldn't go nowhere.
Correct.
Now, if you're like reckless, you're always getting tickets, you're always getting into an accident, filing claims, then yes, by all means. I don't want that person recklessly driving on the street, so you got to pay to be on the road.
Right.
But anybody can get a ticket. Anybody can get, and in New York State, they have no fault. The hell is no fault? I'm going to stick you with the bill so that I could raise your insurance no matter what in New York State. And many other states are like that too. They go, I'm going to stick you with a bill. That's not right.
I agree.
I agree with that. But a system does not allow you. I'm reading Benev's comment. I like to call Benev our village pessimist, right? Right. And every time, some days you throw something up there, I'm going to agree with you, which is insurance companies is a fraud, and it's no point to having insurance. Well, I think
No, you can't say it's important that you have insurance, but insurance companies are fraud. But there are some insurance companies out there that do pay out your claims.
but they pay out your claims, John, and then drop you. Let's call
That's
it
true.
a mistake,
That's true.
That
right?
is true.
And that is kind
That's
of
true.
like that. Once you have it, they have to pay out your claim, but then they'll drop you, or they'll double, triple, quadruple you. How much your monthly payment?
Right.
You know, and I think that you should be allowed a number. And I think one accident every 5 years, one ticket,
Uh huh.
you know, whatever that moving violation is.
Right.
But you can't just automatically, hey, you're a problem.
Right.
I had an accident, right, in 2004.
You always banging up your damn car anyway.
Now, here's the funny thing about that accident, John. I was in my bed.
You had an accident while you were in the bed, man?
Yeah. I got a knock on the window. I'm
Mhm.
going to ignore you, John. I'm going to ignore you. Right? I had a knock on my window. The police says, you know, Mr. Daly, is that your car outside? I'm like, yeah, it's my car. Somebody was drunk driving, knocked into my car,
Wow.
totaled my car, and it was still on my license.
Mm.
I'm like, seriously?
You for some reason you have the ultimate luck from jaywalking or jay biking to
Yeah,
getting
I
hit
know,
by-
right? Yeah. From
Huh?
getting a red light, getting arrested for riding a bicycle through a red light. Yeah, I know. You got jokes. I have dumb luck, right? But that's the reality. Somebody hit your parked car, they hit and run,
Right.
your insurance goes up. Your car is
That's
parked.
true.
You're not in
True.
the car.
Right.
But because they had to pay up, you made a claim, your insurance goes up. That's not fair. So you're damn if you do, damn if you don't. So I don't know. How do we protect the people, John?
How do we protect the people? I think this is where government should really get involved and have a hearing with all the major insurance companies. And, we want to know, we want to revamp, or we want to see these policies and procedures. How many claims, how much money have you actually collected? How many claims have you actually paid out? How many claims have you actually denied? What was the basis for the denials and these decisions and things like that? We need to do an audit on the insurance companies. I mean, every state has their own insurance funds, but we need to do an audit on these insurance companies. Federal government, definitely.
I think you're right. But of course, that question asked is, what does that look like? Right? What does that look like? Unfortunately, insurance companies, let me see what he says. Unfortunately, the insurance companies have some good, really good lobbyists, so don't expect much to change. I agree.
I agree too.
I agree.
But we're gonna force that change when we can, you know?
And they're paying these lobbyists millions and millions of dollars to get CEOs like Brian Thompson, who's one of his primary position is to create. Wow.
What's the matter, man? You tired, brother?
I don't know why I'm yawning so much.
I don't know why you're yawning either.
Right? Wow, I just got a notification, a female, Philadelphia high school basketball player shot and killed. 17-year-old Noah Scurry, a 17-year-old basketball player at Samuel Fells High School, was shot and killed on Tuesday morning while on his way to school. It's right. Took place in the 5,000 block of Tacony Creek near Roosevelt Boulevard, 7:15 a.m. Suffered multiple gunshot wounds. That is tough, boy.
Tough is not the word, brother.
Huh?
Tough isn't the word.
Yeah, you know, speaking of killed, on to the next conversation.
Uh-huh.
Yo, John.
What?
What I'm about to say sounds bad. But you know me, I'm going to say it anyway. When I read the story, I go, this was a black man.
What story are you talking about?
The father who killed the 4-year-old son.
Oh, man, I don't even want to discuss that.
I said this was a black man. And he killed the kid because of respect. And I said, to us, respect is so far up the rung that you were willing to kill a 4-year-old child, shot a 1-year-old, shoot the mother because the son asked you to leave the room.
It's crazy, man. I don't know where these women find fools like that in the first place.
You know?
And then, you know,
I don't know where women find fools like that in the first place.
But you know what? You don't know people craziness until after sometimes.
That's
true. You see the representatives first, and then the craziness comes later.
No. You know, John,
Yeah.
we lost time for a minute, right? But that's not true.
It is true.
No, sometimes we ignore
Certain
the
signs.
craziness. But there are signs.
Okay.
Somebody has a temper problem.
Stay away from that.
Right? They have demonstrated they have a temper problem. Right? Lo and behold, they have one. Right? And thank you, Todd. That is an Aquarius for you. Right? Right? To me, you know, it's funny. When my sister was alive, she would not tell me who she dated.
I wonder why.
Because
Your mouth.
like that.
Your mouth.
No, it's not my mouth.
Okay, so why?
You can't tell me that you hit my sister.
Oh, she was dating somebody.
Tell me.
Wait, she was hitting somebody who was hitting her? Is that what you're saying?
No, she would never tell me anything like that. Because I don't believe that you should be hidden be physical with your mate. That doesn't make sense,
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And Janice is right. Yes, there is signs. There are signs. There are red flags. Believe it, yes or no. Right? Deshaun Wyatt wrote that their mental health starts early. Yes.
That's true.
So it's not like in schools, if you're dating somebody from high school, they were suspended. We need to stop believing that because they were violent with Tom, they won't be violent with me.
Yeah.
You find out that they were violent with Tom or repeated violence with somebody, eventually they'll turn.
Right.
It's time to step away. You're afraid to file charges? I don't know. That's on you. Charges sometimes will change people, sometimes it won't. No, I don't need a GPS. This is all part of what we're talking about. Protecting the village, right? And this is the next topic that we want to talk about. We can't stay on the same topic the whole night, Stickle. We have to move on from topic to topic. These are things that are coming up that we want to discuss. I know you like politics, Stickle, but the next thing on our agenda is about the Maryland. Why? Because you live in Maryland, Stickle? Is that
What's
right?
going on in Maryland?
That's where the father is. The father, Maryland father, who shot and killed his son. Right? But it's to me, respect is important, but it doesn't go to the point where now you're going to be charged with first-degree murder.
Unbelievable.
Right? Thank you, Janice. Right? I just, my mind is blown. When I read it, I didn't know what to say. Well, what do you say to that parent or that family, John? You're in office for a while. What do you say to a family when you go meet them? I know I had one situation where I think it was in your constituency, 275. Was that in your constituency?
Yes.
When the kid was outside, this is about 2009. The kid was outside and he stood at the bus stop, right? He stood at the bus stop and he was shot and killed.
Mm-hmm.
I had one situation like that. He's 16 years old. He was actually going to celebrate his 17th birthday, I think, the next day in October, if I remember clearly. Or maybe in 2008, but it's around there. And I remember meeting with a parent over at Glenwood, where the house,
Lindenwood Diner.
right over there on by Linden Boulevard.
Lindenwood Diner, yeah.
All right, we met with the parents to talk about the loss. What do you say to this 14-year-old?
Roger, what can you say? You can
To this 4-year-old?
you can try to console them the best you can, but
Yeah, similar to the 14-year-old that got killed this week in the Bronx on
Yep.
his way to school. Someone with mental illness, someone who actually has records of attacking. But, hey, the system that they put in place, hey, bail reform, they could get right out and it's nothing. So someone who stabbed somebody several days before is walking around. Someone who actually broke someone's camera with a knife, it's okay. It's all right. It's not until multiple people die will they make a change, which is a problem.
John, I agree with Dr. Ryan, but here's the funny thing. I'm listening in my head. those laws, we always talk about this. Those laws were done by local Democrats. And I guarantee you, without a shadow of a doubt, that Dr. Bryant voted for some of those Democrats, as did I. Right? As did I.
See my face?
Right?
Rolling my eyes. And you see why people stop voting?
Right?
I don't.
Right? But the problem is the Republicans were against it. But the Democrats who were in office touted it. But we still voted for them because they were close to us.
I agree with you, Roger. But sometimes if you see that it is not working the way you thought it should be working, that therefore you should make an amendment to it, make amendment to that law. You know, every law is not every law that you create is not perfect. That's why they have amendments to amend, because it changes the circumstances, situations that arise. You know,
it's funny. I wrote in my in one of my groups, this 900 or so people. I'm surprised they didn't kick me out yet. That Kathy Hochul must go. And people are like, "Why are you saying that? You're a Democrat." Like, Kathy Hochul must go because you are taking for granted Democratic vote. The regressive taxes in Manhattan,
right?
Of the congestion pricing,
Yep,
is an issue.
all regressive taxes.
The cameras that you put up is an issue. You lied to the people, and I would not vote for Rita Joseph. And I'm saying that publicly. Why? Because she supported the cameras. And she tried to put that into legislation, which pushed it in Albany.
So, Roger, you mean you're only one issue person because of that?
No.
What about if she did some other good stuff? So you're not going to vote for her because of that, sir?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm not saying I'm making it one issue, but there are too many regressive taxes that are happening within our communities that I can't afford. So it's when Donald Trump gave us money back and then took the money back out by taking away certain benefits.
Salt.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
You understand? I'm not voting. I'm not saying I would not vote for her. I'm saying at this moment, I will not vote for her. Because I don't see, and there's a reason why she put in the congestion pricing before Donald Trump got to office.
Because she knew it was gonna be eliminated. She knew that.
No. Yeah. Okay, Doc. Go ahead. What do you say? Let me see. What do you? Yeah, go ahead.
He didn't want it. She wanted to put it just after the election. Why she didn't do it before?
You know what she didn't do before, Doc? It's the same impact the community tax had on Long Island. The Democrats couldn't win any races out on Long Island because of the community tax. The people were tired of paying that additional tax just because of coming from the suburbs into the city. And it's the same. It's the same situation here.
She is not working. I said this before.
She hopes that people will forget, John.
What do you say?
She hopes that people will forget.
They won't forget, man. They won't forget.
She's not working for us.
I think she's done. I'm not voting for her. I'm going to vote Republican. What do I have to lose? As Donald Trump said.
You're
what do you
so
have to
right.
lose?
It's not about voting for your friend. It's voting about what's right and wrong. So guess what? I could be Republican. I could be a Democrat. I could be independent. But whatever platform that I agree with is who I'm sticking to. And I will cross the line or whatever. It doesn't matter, please. But going back to Kathy Hochul, she works for MTA. She doesn't work for New York State, or not at all. Because here it is. It's supposed to be wonderful. They added all these fees or whatever. And the train's not working. So why do I,
And
as a
But Doc,
parent,
what does that have to do with what does that have to do with Governor Hochul? She doesn't operate the trains.
no, she's the one who authorized this congestion pricing because she wanted
No,
this.
no, no. She did, but it was Andrew Cuomo.
Yes, he even
Andrew
told
Cuomo.
me.
Yeah.
Yes, it was Andrew Cuomo, but he said this is not the time to do it. Did she listen? No. He's the one who actually pushed it, and he was like, you know what? This is not the time to actually push it. He actually went on platforms to say, listen,
I would agree. I would agree.
here it is. I'm angry. I am angry. As a parent, I'm angry. As a New Yorker, I'm angry. Why do I have to pay $70 because the train is not working? That they said, hey, congestion pricing is working for my child to get home.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
Correct.
here's
So I
something
have to get
interesting.
off because the train is not working. So what do I have to do? I have to order
Let's go, Doc. You're on the road, Dr. Bryant. Let's go.
for my child because, hey, the MTA that's supposed to be working so magically because of congestion pricing and all these billions of dollars that they're going to be making and everything else, and the crap don't work. And if it's working, somebody's getting stabbed or getting attacked or something's happening. And Roger, don't you say a damn thing about, oh, the train is being safe. It's not.
It is safe, but boy, I heard my wife yelling out in the background, Dr. Brian. I don't know. I might have to agree with you if I want to sleep in my bed tonight. She yelled out. It was like, no, it's not. Like, it is safer.
Oh,
But-
God. If I could just throw
But
this thing at you.
but wait. There's a but. There's a but. Not safe enough. Right? Not safe enough. Not when you.
It's not safe when the governor's requiring now a police officer on every train at a certain point.
Dr. Brian,
So that's safe.
it all depends on what you're comparing it to.
Yeah.
It all depends on what you're comparing it to. Right? It totally depends on what you're comparing it to. If you're comparing it to 20 years ago, it's beyond safe. If you're comparing it to 30 years ago,
Thank you, Tracy.
right? If you're comparing it to 30 years ago, it is super safe.
Okay, we're comparing it from last year. Last
When
year
we
to
were
this year.
kids,
Let's do that.
when
Last
we were
year to this
kids,
year, it's
wait,
not.
hold on a second. You made a point, so I'm allowed to make a point too. When we were growing up, it was hard for us to take the subway. It was crazy. Nowadays, you know when the train is coming, you have an idea, it's visible, you could schedule your time around it for the most part, right? Significantly safer on the train and on the train platform. Is it safe enough? No. Will it ever be 100% safe? No. It can't be. That's unrealistic. If we believe that it needs to be 100% safe, we live in a pipe dream.
We want to live in utopia.
Right. And that's not realistic. But the point that I'm making is that you need to create viable options for people. You can't just push people to the subway if they're afraid. And I say it every time, 100% of the time. If a violence happened to me or somebody I know or I see happen, violence happen 100% of the time. So you can't tell me it's safe. Period. That's a fact. Is it numerically safer? Yes. Should they do more? Yes. You know, somebody brought out something to me, right? And this is this. What happens? They do the congestion pricing. What if it's something that happened on FDR West Side Highway and you have to get off? and take 10th Avenue, or 11th Avenue, or 1st Avenue, or 2nd Avenue? What happens then?
What do you mean?
Because remember, it's congestion pricing in the city below 60.
Yeah, but once you get off, if you get off Brooklyn Bridge and you go down, take Chambers down to the West Side Highway, that's fine. And then as you're going through the West Side Highway, there's a easy pass reader for congestion, but it will hit you. But if you leave that zone within a certain period of time, then they know that you were just passing through, and therefore they won't clock you. They won't charge you.
Explain.
So, like, all right, I'm driving over across the Brooklyn Bridge. I get off the Brooklyn Bridge. I take Chambers. I make a left under Chambers. Chambers all the way down to the Hudson, right? West Side Highway. So I get on the West Side Highway, and as I'm going as I'm going up the West Side Highway, I see one of these congestion pricing toll booths, toll scanners. So they will scan my Easy Pass, but they'll keep driving and to see if you move out the zone. If you move out the zone within a reasonable period of time, they won't charge you. Like if I get on down at Houston and Chambers, they hit me on 23rd Street. They have one of these congestion pricing tolls. So they'll hit my car. But as I'm driving and I leave that zone, 61st Street, say within the next 10, 15 minutes, they won't charge me because they know that I was on the West Side Highway and I just got caught by one of those overhead, which they do. They have them on the West Side Highway. And the reason they have them on the West Side Highway is to make sure that as long as you are on the West Side Highway and move out 61st Street in a reasonable time, they have no problem with you.
Well, why should they have a problem? Why should people have to concern themselves with that? What if you want to start?
Yeah, but you don't have to worry about being hit for a $9 surcharge.
But what if you're a person like me and you might be diabetic?
What does that have to do with anything?
Because now I got to stop to get something to eat.
Okay. And if you stop to get something to eat, you're only going to be hit once because you're in that zone.
Why should I be hit at all?
Because you came into Manhattan on congestion pricing. That's in fact.
There you go. And that's where the problem comes in.
Congestion, we know that, but it is what it is. They voted for it up in Albany.
Because I don't think I should be hit at all.
I understand. That's your opinion. I hear you.
Right? Makes no sense. Safety isn't too priority. Not sure what the WGen is for, Tracy. Right? I'm not sure what that is for. So again, back to protecting the community. I already decided what I was going to do. I'm going to support any candidate who, within reason, will not support congestion pricing. So if you want my support, right, what are you going to do about congestion pricing? And I know Dr. Bryant wants to get rid of it. So I know she'll join me, right, Dr. Bryant?
Mm-hmm. Well, I didn't say that I'm going to vote for the people that you voted for.
Kumbaya. So you're going to vote back Kathy Hochul, although you disagree with congestion pricing? This is why we can't have change. John already said he's voting back for Kathy Hochul. He already stated that.
Well, the person she ran across against, he's actually now in the White House. That says it all.
Oh,
yeah, sure does.
What is Lee Zeldin?
Huh?
He's a Republican.
I know he's a Republican. I'm saying, what is he in the White House?
I think EPA. Something to do with the environment.
Oh, you know, speaking of the environment, Laura Trump made a statement, right, that people like to blame. I just paused.
Climate change.
No, wait. I just paused for a moment because somebody's going through my wallet and I'm wondering what's going on. Oh, you hear that? Somebody has to use my card. I don't know, boy. I'm telling John, you married?
Somebody asked her to do what?
She's using my card. Hear that crap, John?
Whose card? Yours?
Mine. She's going through. Didn't I hear what I said? I paused because somebody's going through my wallet.
Oh, nice, nice. Tell her take a 10 for me. I can pay the lotto tomorrow.
Yeah, you know, I want to play the lotto too. Shoot. Highway robbery. And Roderick, don't ask me to vote for your friend, Eric Adams. Why not? I know he lost a couple of votes, but why you chose that? Why don't you tell the audience? You could actually call in, Tracy. What's our calling number? 347-746-6598. Anybody can call in. Why are you not going to support Eric Adams? I'm not sold on not supporting him. I'm not yet. That's your wife. What is yours is hers. So do I say the same thing? Can I go through her wallet? I say what's hers is mine. I just want to know.
Absolutely.
Gigi, what's yours is mine? I can go through your wallet and just take it out. Oh, she agrees with you, Dr. Brian.
Yeah.
Let me see what. What's the calling number, John? 347-746-6598. 347.
You don't know the calling number, brother?
Yeah, well, apparently you don't, because I asked you, you didn't answer.
You're on the road today.
Right. 347-746-6598. All right. That is our Google call-in number. So I'm not sure that I wouldn't vote for Eric, John. So far, I'm a firm believer in something got to stick. And you know why? I think I'm going to invoke myself into this. There's one person on the board who's sending out disparaging messages, right? And hold on one second. Let me get that. I am coming. Give me a minute. Why I can't answer it? Hold on one second. Okay, there we go. Sorry. There we go. I'm sorry, caller, you can call back. My apologies, I didn't get to it in time. But, you know, there's just a bunch of falsehood into what's happening with me. Right? Last night, I was hit with a bribery charge. Right? And I'm like, was I in the wrong meeting? Right? Hello, caller, you're live. Good afternoon, Tracy. How are you?
Good afternoon, panel.
Good afternoon, Miss Tracy.
Everyone.
How are you?
Good night, good night, good night.
You know I have to blow up Rudy now, right? Rudy tried to influence me to vote for his big criminal friend, right?
Hold on.
Finish, John.
Anybody that Mr. Barron doesn't choose, from New York City can't get my vote.
Charles Barron. You invoking Charles Barron? Is that Tracy? Is that you got to turn your radio down behind you?
And then
Tracy, turn your radio. Tracy,
inauguration day-
Tracy, you got to turn the radio down
when
behind you.
inauguration day, and I saw the kind of people,
Tracy,
huh?
you got to turn the radio down behind you.
Okay, you hear me better now?
Yes, we do.
And when inauguration day, when I saw the kind of company that was at inauguration day and on the stage and everything, I said, this man is going to go to jail before his 4 years over. And every day, something new comes up. Today, something new come up today again about him trying to sell some public property with some person who used to work with him. And I'm like, when does Eric stop? When does he get it?
All right, John, your response?
What he's trying to sell? What property? You know what? My thing is this. You know, we have a tendency to, whatever the newspaper writes, we tend to believe it. Whatever the newspaper broadcasts on TV, on radio, we tend to believe it. You know, instead of doing our own investigation, you know, looking at, you know, see what's going on, we assume what they write is correct.
Yeah, Rudy.
Did you hear what he said? What John's response was?
No, I didn't, because I heard a lot of noise in the background.
In our background, there's nothing in our background. It's come from your background. But what I'm saying, what he said, John, you want to repeat it? I don't want to speak for you.
Oh, what I'm saying is, whatever the newspaper writes, whatever we hear on the radio, what we hear on TV, we tend to believe it is the truth.
No. I'm not one of those.
So you're just telling me you heard something on the TV.
I'm not one of those.
You said you heard, but you just said you heard something on the TV that he said some land to some friends.
That he has with our community. He's never happy to come and sit at the table and speak with us. And a lot of different stuff. When you're a politician.
Well, yeah, I disagree with that, because I have seen him.
Hold on, John. Tracy, you got to give Jan a chance to answer you. Give John.
Tracy, I have seen him at churches. I've seen him at community things. You know, just because he may not come to your event, or not come in the neighborhood at that point in time. Reverend Terry had something over there. Reverend Terry had something on Utica Avenue, or whatever it is, for a celebration of it. The mayor was there, you know, and what they don't talk about, and one of the biggest problems that the mayor he changed the dynamics when it comes to the MWBE program. If you want to see exactly what he has done, look into the MWBE program for the city, and how many minority contractors were able to get contracts from the city of New York.
No. I'm not saying that Eric is 1,000% bad. You know, I'm not saying.
Well, you're saying the guy's a crook.
I say, listen to me carefully. I've been around for a while, and somebody had to check somebody last week. They said, "Oh, Eric is the worst mayor." I say, "Hell no, Eric is not the worst mayor." And if you ask me on certain facts, Eric has done better than a lot of mayors we had in the past. And this is not hearsay. I've been around. I've been here. And when you talk about people who really help people, I could talk about Senior John Sampson. And I could list a whole bunch of stuff that man has done. I don't know. It's like the little bad that Eric is doing, it's overshadowing the good that he's done. He's done a lot of good.
Yeah, but they don't want, you know what, as they always say, the bad always overshadows the good, because the good isn't sexy enough. You know, it's the bad that's so sexy.
Hold on, John. By the way, Tracy, you are talking to senior John Sampson. That is actually who you're speaking to right now. That's who you said did a lot of good. That's who you
No,
said.
Rudy, you see you need to shut your mouth, you know. Let's talk about him Pupa in a Jamaican language, not him. He's baby John. I'm talking Daddy John, not him. I'm talking his dad.
Oh,
I
John-
know his dad.
okay. May your dad rest in peace. Good
What are you
words.
talking about, Rudy?
I'm talking about this is John right here.
This John is baby John. I'm talking to his dad.
Oh, look at you, John. Somebody go way back to your father. Look at that.
Amen. Amen.
And
May
you-
rest in peace.
and John, you're
John
old as
for his
dirt.
father. I tell him that already.
Huh? I didn't hear you, Tracy.
I already tell baby John that I died for his father already. Ask him. I told him about his father was who get me to join the Democratic Club when I was a young girl in Canarsie. His father is who's let me join the Democratic Club.
I hear you. All right, your father was onto good things there, John. Good thing.
May
I mean, God
may
rest.
rest in peace. Old man Sampson.
Mhm. But I think that I'm going to echo what John is saying, right? I'm not saying that I'm going to support Eric, but I'm not saying that I'm not going to either. I think there are a lot of things that has to play out, and like John says, and because I think I could be arrested right now for bribery based upon what somebody said. And it's funny, before the end of the day today, I got a phone call saying, what is going on that the community wanted to sell off a property in the community and that there's bribery involved. That's Tracy, that was a direct question that was asked to me, and I had to go back and explain myself. The person was on the call because it's taped. It's actually a taped message, like how this is taped, and you can listen to it anytime. And I said to one other person, was there a quid pro quo in the conversation? The person skated the conversation, that comment, and said the meeting was inappropriate. I didn't ask whether or not the meeting was inappropriate. I asked, was there a quid pro quo, which wasn't answered. But it led the community to believe that there was bribery in what was happening. And now the community came back to me and asked the question, which is the same thing that could be happening to Eric Adams. What sells newspapers? And remember what they do. They accuse you on the front page and give you an apology in the middle where nobody reads. Right next to the crossword puzzle.
Well, you know what? The next time I get to see Mr. Adams, I'm gonna tell him to start doing defamation suits. He gotta start doing that now.
It's not so easy. Defamation suits are not so easy.
Well,
You would have to take somebody who's willing to do it pro bono, right? Or do it and wait to get paid at the back end.
Rudy, you won't be seeing me for the next 4 years, okay? I started packing up my stuff already. Because I heard that the Jamaicans are on the top of the list for the North.
No, man, the Jamaicans are on the top of the list for giving up jackets. That's all. Jamaicans, number one.
Well, I'm not a part of that club, so I'm not worried about that.
John, you heard that?
No, what happened?
Nigerian women.
I'm not worried about that. I'm not a part of that club.
Nigerian women are number 2, and Jamaican women are number 1 with giving up jackets. So if you have a kid by a Jamaican, get a paternity test. 62% of all Jamaican children are jackets. Can you believe that crap?
You do DNA for your kids already?
Huh?
You do DNA for your kids already?
See,
you don't need it.
I'm non-violent, but those are the days when I know I'll become violent.
No, because in Jamaica now they're gonna make it mandatory at birth.
Yeah,
because
of
Jamaica,
that.
Now they're trying to put it in law that the paternity test has to be done for the baby leave.
Yeah, right. But you're gonna have some ignorant man who said, I feel me pitney. Yo, brethren.
Well, Rudy, nothing sign up because you know what? Nobody no want pay for the roast and boil.
That's not true.
Things bad now. Things like
I know we went
now.
off topic, Tracy, but we as Jamaicans, as Caribbean men, not Jamaicans, Caribbean men, we are pig-headed. And we don't think that our woman would ever cheat on us.
Rudy, shut your mouth.
But I'm not ask
You're
you.
not talking anything with sense right now.
All right. John,
You're not
wait,
talking
hold
anything
on.
with
John,
sense right now.
you're on the air. Do you agree with me or disagree with me?
Don't put John in
I'm
there,
asking a
Mr.
question.
Don't nothing know.
What's
No,
the
no,
question?
John is not
The
gonna
question,
kill
wait, hold
people.
on. John, do you think that we as Caribbean men,
No, John.
wait,
don't
hold
think
on,
that.
let me
Speak
finish.
for yourself.
Young man,
Speak
let
for
me ask you a
yourself. John,
question.
don't think that.
Why you
I'm
stopping
speaking
from
for John.
why you stopping
I'm
me from
answering
asking
for
John a
him.
question? Let me ask John the question.
Okay.
John, do you think Caribbean men, she says that it's going to become law that Jamaican men has to do paternity, right, before the child leave the hospital. I said Jamaican men, Caribbean men as a whole, they're not going to do that as a whole. Not that some won't do it, right? Those who have doubts would. But Caribbean men they're gonna be like, no, man, I do it because I feel me pitney. My woman would never cheat. Blah 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 blah. What do you think, John?
Rudy, that would be in your father's time.
I didn't
That would
ask
happen,
you
not
that.
now.
I asked John. Can John answer? What's wrong with you?
And I'm answering for him.
Why you don't have a mouth?
He does.
I defer to her.
You defer to Tracy. Look, he's copping out. All right. Right. But thank you, Tracy, for the call. We do appreciate it. Thank you for the banter in between. But
happy birthday when it comes.
thank you, and make sure you wish Andre happy birthday. Tomorrow's his birthday, so let's sure we do that. Big month. But
How old is he gonna be now? He gonna marry and move out?
Andre, man,
Yeah.
he ain't go. I don't know. Listen, you need to ask Andre off air that question. Why are you asking me?
No, Andre's the big one or the little one? Who's Andre? The big one or
Andre
the
on
little
the
one?
radio, our executive producer.
Oh my God! Excuse me. I'm so sorry. I thought it was your son. Sorry. Happy
No.
birthday, Andre.
Right.
Don't mind me. I'm very bad with names. Very, very bad with names. I'm very sorry.
That's all right. That's okay. Andre said thank you. All right. So bless up, enjoy. Yo, John. Whoa! I didn't realize time flies. We didn't finish all the things that we want to talk about
Rudy,
today.
you didn't see me send you the spelling bee thing that my grandson entered?
No, send it to me again. Send it right now while I'm
No,
on
I'll
here.
send it again, man. No, sir.
Send it to me in a text.
And
Again,
before we end, we just
Hold on,
again
wait,
wish
Dr. Brian. I'm gonna come to you. Send it to me again so I can announce it on air. And thank you for the call, Dr. Brian. Go ahead. You were saying something.
before we leave, definitely want to wish Andre a very happy birthday. To our hardworking producer.
Definitely. Sophia, what's up?
Yes, yes, both of them work very hard behind the scenes. So thank you so much. Just taking time out to celebrate him. And listeners, thank you for tuning in this evening. May you be blessed and stay warm this weekend.
Yes,
Supposed to be 40 tomorrow, heat wave.
It is. So no snow. All right, good job. I too want to wish Andre, on behalf of everybody, the villagers, everybody out there, a happy birthday when it comes tomorrow. One more year upon them, right? Hopefully between January 17th last year and January 16th this year, which completes a year and starts a new year tomorrow. You have grown wiser as we do every day. Ladies and gentlemen, we got so caught up in the conversation that we didn't even get through all the topics. But make sure you tune in next week. Some of them will get done. Trump's first week. We're going to talk about that. See what laws he enacted, what the executive order. What does Johnson? I was about to say Johnson. Mike Johnson. What does he have in store? Because I'm sure when he comes in an onslaught of laws are going to come into play. The Senate belongs to the Republicans. The House belongs to the Republicans. The presidency belongs to the Republicans.
You got a full house, man. And the Supreme Court belongs to the Republicans. All branches of government.
Right? So all the branches of government. There you go, John. Way to put it in a way. Hopefully do something about congestion pricing. If you want my vote or you want many of our listeners' vote, kill the his, her pronouns. That's people be people. Just, teach people to respect. Teach people. I don't care if you could use his, her. If you're disrespectful, it doesn't matter. Parents, listen to your children. What that father did, I don't want to use John's words, but what father did to that 4-year-old, I don't care he was disrespectful. It was just outright wrong.
Wrong.
No, there's no excuse, no justification to killing an innocent 4-year-old child. I'm very disappointed with our people for that. Everybody, Monday's Martin Luther King's Day.
Celebrate the king.
Celebrate the king. It would have been his
96, I believe.
96th birthday. He was born 1929. So you would have been yesterday was his 95th. Yesterday, yes.
Right,
but we would have celebrated it on Monday.
So God bless listeners. Once again, God willing, we'll see you next week.
There you go. Thank you for watching, viewing, and most importantly, everybody on Facebook, click over, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel. We appreciate you. Enjoy your weekend. God bless. See you next time.